Yeah.
Hello everybody, Loki Magics, another day, another video, but today's video is a part 2 of the first video I did where I compared a whole bunch of poisoners from this game to kind of see who is the better amongst them. So if you missed that video, check out this link right here and you should be able to find it. I think it's a pretty enjoyable video, so yeah, please check it out. But for those of you that have seen that video, I guess you will know that a lot of people left comments and I got feedback saying, hey, especially for Occult Brawler and Frozen Banshee, their outcomes will be significantly different if we use a counterattack champion within that team composition. So this is the reason I made this video, to answer and finally put to rest who is better between Occult Brawler and Frozen Banshee. So if that sounds interesting to you, let's check out this video. Okay, so before we begin, let's set up some ground rules so that way you guys know exactly what is going on. So just like last video, we are using the same gear from that video. Nothing has changed. Every single champion that we test within this video and the last video has worn this exact same artifact sets. Of course, their accessories will be different because, you know, of faction requirements, but pretty close, right? Everything is pretty close. The only thing that I can't help is their base stats. Of course, that's going to be different, but we're getting it as close as possible, right? And then for you guys that are wondering, the Great Hall difference between Magic Affinity and Force Affinity, the Magic Affinity does have a little bit of an upper hand, but once again, it's pretty close. It's not too far off from each other, so it will affect it a little bit, but not too much. And finally, we will be running it on Nightmare just like last time. And instead of having, I think I had Chris the Ageless in here, we're gonna run this team count right here because Valkyrie, Alton, and Beck is actually speed tuned for Nightmare. I had to go back and change the gear a little bit, so they are speed tuned for Nightmare. So the counter, when Valkyrie does use counter, it's going to be an actual fair counter that's, you know, built around Occult Brawler's gear and Frozen Banshee's gear, because they're going to be at 178 to 179 speed. So their speed is going to be tight, and it should be as good as it will get scenario to compare the two, because we got to put this to rest, right? Who is better? So yeah, let's find out who's going to win this. Who do you think? Let's go. Okay, so the results are in, and it looks like Frozen Banshee won this time around. Our last video was Occult Brawler and Frozen Banshee amongst other champions without a counter attack champion in the team composition, but with a counter attack champion in the team composition, it looks like Frozen Banshee won. And I would have to agree, 9 out of 10, I think Frozen Banshee will beat Occult Brawler in that type of scenario. But there are a few things to consider. So we only ran this one time each, so we don't know the average, but I think Frozen Banshee will win most of the time. And also another thing is, yes, we wore the same exact artifacts, but they were not designed or catered to that champion. So both these champions have different base stats, right? So when you're more focusing on that champion, I'm pretty sure you could pull up their damages a little bit higher on both these champions. And we did not have decreased defense and weakened, so you saw the damages that they did. But I would add maybe 3 to 4 more mil with proper gearing and proper team composition, right? So I think overall though, these champions both do very well. Counter attack champion or not, these two are very good choices. I don't think you could go wrong choosing any one of these. It's just, if you really want to know, I think this is the best way to answer this. Frozen Banshee will out damage Occult Brawler in a counter attack composition. I think Occult Brawler could beat Frozen Banshee in that scenario, but it's really not going to be worth it, right? It's not going to be worth the effort, and you're only going to maybe do a difference of, I don't know, a mil or 2, right? So it's not really worth that time and energy. But if you don't have a counter attack champion in your team comp, I think going with Occult Brawler is the safer bet. But then again, hey, if you watch both videos, you can make that decision for yourself. That's just my opinion. And what the crap? What is that? Well, that was unexpected, but Steel Skull showed up and he had to represent himself, and he did okay. And I know some of you guys are probably like, only 6 mil, but if you think about it, it does make sense. His A1 doesn't really have a high chance of proccing that poison. I think it's like 30%, but he is in a counter team composition, so he will do more damage in that kind of team comp. But also, he is kind of like a jack of all trades, right? He has heal, he has increased defense, he has poison. So if he was like too good in everything, then he will be like an OP legendary. So it doesn't make sense that he didn't do too much. But if you do pair him with a champion like Vizier, then it doesn't matter. He's going to be able to provide you with that extra heal, increased defense, and a ton of DPS output, because those poisons will never come off clan boss. So I think overall this video represents the champions as they should be working and functioning in the game. This took a lot of resources and time, so I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please leave a like or comment. And yes, I know some of you guys might say, I could have did this, I could have did that. Where's Venus? Where's Draco? To be honest, I don't have Draco and I ran out of money, so I don't have any more silver. My resources are tapped. Look, I'll show you. I know you guys, some of you guys are like, I really don't care. But look, see this? Tapped out. That's all the money I have left. And I am sitting at just green shards. So try my best, guys. But anyways, tomorrow is Saturday, or today is Saturday, depending on when I upload the video. So you guys take care, be safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and take care.